Nice to see you, Claire. How are you?
Very well. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
All the actors I've spoken to this evening, the reason for doing this film is actually Ben Wheatley, not necessarily the script. Was the same for you?
If Ben was doing a different movie, I would have been doing that one instead of this one. Absolutely.
And what was it when you read the script that resonated?
It was really just Ben. I mean, the script itself was fantastic, and he and his partner Amy developed something that was brilliant and something that in no point felt claustrophobic, even though you're shooting the whole thing in a warehouse. It felt amazing and so rich, and every character, even though you don't hear too much about them, seems so rich and textured. And then we got to shoot it in Brighton, and that seemed like a good idea too.
Well, what about this script? Marvellous for you when you were reading it?
Yeah, very exciting. Finally, I get to play someone who's something like I really am.
And for an actor that spatial awareness is really important, you're locked in one location. So did that help you and your process?
Yeah, very much. It drives you mad as well. But it was very nice people to be trapped in one fucking awful place together with.
And I imagine working with the guns, what was that like? Did you have to do any kind of training with weapons?
Yeah, not as much as you'd imagine, actually, thinking about it. We were quite lucky no one got hurt. I had the loudest.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And Ben Wheatley, obviously, he's a director that's becoming more and more popular and his work gets more exciting. So is it nice to work with a collaborator like him?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've wanted to work with him since I saw, I've forgotten, I was going to say Fire, but I'm in that one, aren't I? Kill List.
Kill List.
So I was really excited to work with him, and it fulfilled all and exceeded all my expectations.
Well, what an incredible script! I imagine you couldn't stop turning the pages.
Well, I was actually mostly attracted to work with Ben. Actually, there's the way that actors rave about this guy. I didn't know his previous work, but I just heard so many incredible things about him personally. So I was kind of ready to jump on regardless, to be honest, of what the script was. And in so many ways, I think on this one especially, he elevated where he started. You know, the script changed a lot because they kept rewriting and reworking stuff for each character as we went. And he was allowing a lot of improv too. So it was a great collaboration in a sense.
A part of, as an actor, you always bring a part of yourself to a role. What was it about you that you wanted to bring to this?
I don't approach roles like that. It's like what do I want to bring of myself? I just try to create characters that I think are going to be interesting and entertaining in the context, and in this case, try to create a character that would play well against the other characters that were already there, because I was the last character that was cast.
And I would imagine when you're doing a story like this, when you're a child wanting to be an actor, being able to play with guns and run around and have fun, could you actually believe that you were on set getting paid for?
Yeah, I mean, since I was, since District 9 and since I started being able to be an actor for a living, you do get those moments all the time. I personally am not particularly fond, actually, of guns and violence. Just I suppose maybe growing up in a violent country or whatever. So I always try, although I've been in a lot of violent films, I try and find some way, like a film like this, I don't feel glamorizes violence. I feel this one is almost like I call it an example of unchecked male ego, testosterone going wrong, the ultimate result of a bar fight. And I saw some fights in South Africa when I was younger that ended with guns. Nothing ended this badly, but it's a great warning to males everywhere, I think.
Shouldn't retain.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it nice to retain your own accent?
Yeah, that was, it's rare. It's rare that you get a chance to do that, and so right up front, I said to Ben, I was thinking, do I do a Boston accent? What are you going to be doing? And some of the guys were doing accents, and he said, no, man, I think it would actually be very interesting to make this character South African. I think it would be an interesting mix, so I always jump at those chances.
Oh my goodness, how exciting.
It is exciting, isn't it?
It really is such a happy occasion. It's just really, really sweet. We've all been rehearsed to say that we all like each other, and then we enjoyed doing the movie, and we like Ben. But it was genuinely probably the most fun. I said that when we did High Rise, but the difference with High Rise and this is that on this one we were all in together all day, every day, whether we were on camera or not. So, because it was just in the one room, so if the camera moved just a little bit, we might be in the back of shot. So it was just people hanging out, having kind of genuinely the most fun ever, for 6 weeks, and you kind of feel a bit guilty that you might have got paid to do it. It was great.
Does it feel a bit like a play? You know, the way, because of the location and you're all in the same room together and you're all kind of there and present.
Well, if you don't like each other, it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be horrible. And in theory, the last thing you want to do when you go to work is spend a lot of time waiting around and be in the crappy, shitty floor with glass in it and gravel. It should have been really unpleasant, but we knew it wouldn't be because the script is so great, and I knew it wouldn't be because it's Ben, as we all did. But it was just really genuinely kind of special moment where everyone it just all came together beautifully, and like that's why everyone's so jolly and happy to see each other. And everyone has made a massive effort to be here tonight. I mean, I've come all the way from N16. I mean, that's Hackney. I mean, we're in WC2H or something. That's how much I love this movie. But it kind of, I don't know, I hope it speaks for itself. And the movie's just, we're all very happy and proud of it. So
What an exciting script to be a part of.
Yeah, very exciting. And very exciting to be here at the closing ceremony. Yeah.
Absolutely. I would imagine a film like this, there's a lot of choreography involved, is there not?
Well, we worked out where everybody needed to be when, and then we looked at sightlines in terms of can you get shot from this position, etc., because that doesn't matter. But yeah, once you throw yourself in, you just get on with it, really.
And I imagine an ensemble like this, a room full of such exciting actors, the energy must have been incredible.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I think it comes across on screen, very much so. But the most incredible thing was how willing this cast of characters were to make themselves look like complete idiots. And that's fantastic, you know. For someone like me, it's just incredible to see and to throw myself in with them, yeah.
And Ben, a great director.
Lots of space he gives you, lets you create, and so you feel in so many ways that you're part of the film. You know, if it's like stand here, do that, it's a bit of, forget that. Yeah.
Hello, Tom, Claire. Very pleased to meet you.
How you doing? You all right?
How are you?
Very well. Buzzing. This is great, isn't it? Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's very surreal.
And Ben's scripts are normally a little surreal.
Yeah. I mean, it's a mad premise. It's, you know, a load of lunatics in a warehouse shooting and beating the life out of each other. But yeah, I mean, it was the most fun I think I've ever had on any job. It was great. It was a real laugh to make, you know, and be involved in.
And it's even though it's set in Massachusetts, it's actually a very British film, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a very Ben Wheatley film. I think, you know, Ben basically makes an environment where I think everyone just feels a part of this sort of mates, friends, family. It's very quick, you know. If I'm honest, I was quite intimidated coming into an environment with big names, big Hollywood names, and I'm just a sort of ex-builder from Croydon, so it was, you know, quite intimidating. But you quite quickly you're in a world where you're playing darts with Armie Hammer or ping pong with Jack Rayner, and it's all it's a lovely atmosphere. And I think that's the thing about Ben Wheatley. On top of being an incredible director, he's an amazing man. I think I think that's what this film is. I think that sort of the energy and the humour of it, sort of alongside, you know, the brilliant script and the great premise is all Ben Wheatley. And I think he's the only guy who can do this, isn't he, really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely got his stamp.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, all over it. He's, I mean, it's the one thing where I was trying to get little one-liners in as a stand-up comic and whatever, and he was pushing me against that and saying not to do it. So, it's a dream. It genuinely was, you say it a lot in life, but it really was an absolute dream to work with Ben Wheatley. Like I say, I've known him socially, but to actually be there, yeah, I was sort of like, it's incredible. I'm very happy to have been involved.
Just wanted to know, really, you and Amy, what was it about this story that you wanted to tell?
Well, I wanted to make an action movie, really, and then do something a bit more. There was a laugh. That was it, really. There's no great.
When you were both writing the script, did you have these particular actors in mind?
A bit of both, really. I mean, it was kind of originally written for Cillian Murphy and Michael Smiley, really, and then it kind of expanded out of that. And whenever we get new actors on board, we rewrite the script to fit them. So it was changed each time we cast someone. Yeah.
Very organic.
Yeah. Well, just to make sure we get the most out of the people we've cast, really. You know.
Thank you very